Hello children, welcome to the biology class. So previous class we have discussed tissues, types of tissues, plant tissues and animal tissues. In the animal tissues we have completed epithelial tissue. Now we are going to discuss about the connective tissue. So how the connective tissues we includes varieties of connective tissue. So connective tissue develop from mesodermal cells of the embryo. They support and bind the other tissues in the body. They are made up of three components. Connective tissue is made up of three components, that is intercellular matrix. It is made up of mucopolysaccharide, especially hyaluronic acid. It is made up of monopolysaccharides, mucopolysaccharides, which are having a starch. Cells. The major cells include fibroblast, adipocytes, plasma cells and mast cells. Fibers. Connective tissue are made up of three types of fibers, namely collagen fiber, elastic fiber and reticular fiber. So connective tissue performs the following functions, that are they are attached to the organs and tissues together. They store fat in the form of adipose tissue. Children, a fat is stored in which tissue? Is adipose tissue. So adipose tissue's function is to store the fat. And these fibers help in repairing tissues. If any damage happens to the tissues, that will be repaired by the connective tissue. You know, the blood is also a connective tissue. To prevent the organs from mechanical shock, this is the one more function. The organs also helps in defense mechanism. So let's study in detail about the connective tissue. So connective tissue, it encompasses all the organs of body cavities, functioning as a binding and supporting structure within the body. It is again subdivided into loose, that is areolar connective tissue and dense connective tissue. Areolar, it consists of irregular cells scattered and embedded in a soft matrix. And dense connective tissue, it has more fibers and those loose connective tissues. So tendons which connect the muscles to bones are dense connective tissues. Fibroblast, collagen fibers and ligaments which connect with the ends of a bones in a joint. What is a ligament? A part or a place where bone and joints connect is ligament, and there this connective tissue is present and contains both the collagen and elastic fibers. It is slightly flexible, and specialized connective tissues are found at specific places. That is why name itself is indicating specialized connective tissue. Specialized, they are found only in the special places in the body and have specific functions. For example, adipose tissue, cartilage, bone and blood are the specialized connective tissues. So adipose tissue, where the fat is stored in the form of fat droplets in large central vacuole, and these cells remain supported by a loose framework of areolar tissue, and this tissue is found just below the skin or between the coils of the intestine. The primary function of this tissue is store energy and store fat. And next is cartilage. It is a supportive tissue. The intercellular material or matrix is slightly hardened. And bone, it is harder than cartilage and is characterized by a hard matrix containing large quantity of phosphates and carbonates of calcium and magnesium. So bone is characterized by large quantities of calcium phosphates and magnesium. Bones are made up of large number by Hervesian systems. Bones are made up of large number by Hervesian system. And in central it contain blood vessels and number of lacunae. Next, blood. Blood is also a connective tissue with liquid matrix which consists of which helps in the transportation of nutritive materials, respiratory gases and excretory materials from one part of the body to another part. So 90% of blood contains water and remaining other percent will contain the plasma and blood cells, and the remaining solids contain is salts and proteins. Blood cells are categorized into again three types: red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. And next, red blood cells are circular biconcave shape. They contain hemoglobin, a respiratory pigment which carries the oxygen to different parts of the body. So this pigment gives color to the red blood cells. And white blood cells, also called leukocytes, they are shapeless and they do not contain any pigment, but they fight against the germs and they are they play a very important role in the immune system, and they are defense and they act as a defense mechanism, and they protect from the disease causing organisms. And platelets, thrombocytes, those are the smallest of blood cells and responsible for clotting of blood when a person injured. Next is muscular tissue. Muscular tissue develops from mesoderm of the embryonic cell. It is again classified into three types, and muscle make up of half the weight of the human body and composed of elongated of cells which are adapted for contraction and relaxation, thereby causing movement. Since muscle cells are drawn into long structures, they are called muscle fibers. There are two types. One is voluntary and involuntary. So, voluntary muscles, they are named so because they contraction is under the conscious control. They voluntary muscles are named because their contraction is under our conscious control. Striated muscles, named why? Because they have dark light bands called striations, or voluntary. These striated muscles are attached to the skeleton and these are also called skeletal muscle. So they are cylindrical and nuclei is placed along with the outer edge. And involuntary muscles, those are non-striated muscles and they are named because their contraction is not under our conscious control. So non-striated and cardiac muscles are involuntary. They consist of simple space shaped cells. The cells are arranged to form a sheet of muscle tissue commonly found in the wall of digestive tract, urinary bladder and other internal organs of the body. So muscle tissues perform the following actions. It helps in the movement and locomotion. Isn't it? If we want to shake our hand, if we want to move or turn your body or turn your head, so it helps, which helps muscles, helps in the muscles, tissue will be present which helps in the movement and locomotion. It supports the bone and other structures to the internal organs, and it support to the bones, and the muscle give the shape to a body. It is responsible for peristalsis and parturition. So muscular tissue again classified into cardiac tissue, smooth tissue and skeletal tissue. Cardiac, it helps in blood circulation and keeps the heart pumping. And smooth tissue, These help in peristalsis and other involuntary function of the body. And skeletal provide structure and provide support, help in movement and maintain the homeostasis. And next is nerve tissue. So this nervous tissue is composed of highly specialized cells called neurons. So neurons are present which are capable of transmitting messages from one part of the body to another part. Each neuron has a cell body with certain nucleus and two sets of fibers called dendrites and axon. The dendrites carry the message towards the cell body and a single long axon carries the message from the cell body. So neurons, these are the structural and functional unit of nervous system. It comprises an axon, cell body and dendrites. And neuroglia, these are special cells found in the brain and spinal cord. They provide support to the neurons and fibers. And neurosecretory cells, these cells are endocrine organs. They release chemical from the auxin directly into the blood. So these chemicals will only balance the body, which helps in metabolism. These neurosecretory cells. Okay children, so tomorrow, in the next class, we'll discuss about the organs in animals and plants.